for UFC 274, and you best believe we got a nice pick on here as well. And but I've been getting a lot of messages by you guys in DMs to do full fight card predictions. I don't know, you guys are fucking crazy gambling degenerates trying to bet every fight or something, but a lot of you guys want to predictions for the whole card, so this card I'll give it to you. So let's start in the beginning. First card I see on here is Andre Fiallo versus Cameron Van Camp. So this fight must have just got added because I didn't see it before, and I don't see the odds, so it must have just been added. And Fiallo just fought recently as well. He just knocked out Miguel Blaydes, and you guys know we bet on Fiallo as well. And for this fight, I'm going to go with Andre Fiallo. I don't know what the odds are for this fight as of right now, but I think this Cameron Van Camp is his first fight in the UFC, and yeah, it's going to be a tough one, man. Andre Fiallo is no joke, especially coming off that big knockout win over Miguel Blaydes. I'm assuming he's going to be the favorite, but yeah, who knows? I would take Fiallo in that one. Next one, we got Journey Newson versus Fernie Garcia. I'm gonna have to go with Fernie Garcia on this one. Both guys, I think, were on the Contender Series. I know Fernie was. I believe he had one fight on the Contender Series, but 10-1. I think they're gonna try to push him more than Journey Newsom, and I'll take Fernie Garcia on that one, probably by decision, but who knows? Next one, we got Clayton Rodriguez versus CJ Vergara. I'm going to take Clayton Rodriguez on this one. I think the UFC is going to try to push him more. And sometimes, if you notice, the UFC, they keep guys around like they want the nails. You know, they have nails and they have hammers. And in order to keep, they can't just have a bunch of hammers because you're not able to kind of build up new fighters that way. In order to build up new fighters, you need to give them experience, give them those experience in the octagon hours. That's huge is experience, especially for these fighters, just dealing with the whole process and everything. So I'm going to go with Clayton Rodriguez on this one. Also, I don't bet women fights, so I'm staying away from women fights usually. Francisco Trinaldo versus Danny Roberts. Man, Trinaldo still doing the damn thing. Even odds fight, minus 120, plus 100. That's even odds. Man, how old is Trinaldo? This guy must be like at least 44, 40. Let's see here. I don't know. But I'm assuming this guy's in his 40s for sure. For sure. Yeah, but I think I'm going to have to go with Trinaldo on this one. I think his grappling is probably going to give Danny Roberts a hard time. And Francisco Trinaldo, for a guy who is in his 40s, I mean, he doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Who knows if they're? Who knows if USADA's in Brazil testing? But yeah, I'm gonna go with Trinaldo. I'd probably bet this fight to go over. I'd assume it's gonna go over. So, but yeah, that's a close one. That is a 50-50 fight because the age is, who knows when it's gonna be like, okay, father time's kicking in here. Next, we got Blagoy Ivanov, the Russian, versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima, the Brazilian. Here's Blagoy Ivanov. He's getting older in his career. Been around for a while. Competed in combat sambo. He's won some bronze and silver medals. Good fighter, but he was always just under those top tier guys. But I'll take Blagoy Ivanov in this one. Tough fight for him. Ruggiero de Lima is a tough guy. Got the size advantage for sure, height advantage. However, I think Blagoy is better in the clinch. He's gonna really dictate the pace in this fight, I believe, and I'd take this fight to go over as well. And usually, you don't see too many heavyweights fights going over too much, but I would take this one to go over. That's what I'm assuming. Also, I'm not betting these ones. I'll be the first to tell you. There are some method of victories which I will come out with later, and I'll drop. But as for right now, I'm not really betting the whole UFC card. I'm just doing this because once you guys asked me to do so. Let's see, Brandon Royval, Raw Dog, probably one of the best nicknames in the game, versus Matt Schnell. They both have a very common opponent in Rogério Bontorin, the Brazilian. And both guys had very different fights with them. Royval's for real, man. I'm going to go with Brandon Royval on this one. He seems to be a huge favorite as well, so obviously odds makers think the same. I usually don't like to bet guys who are 125 pounds to finish the fight, as in method of victory. I think last time I checked on Betway it was plus 110 for Royval. He does. That's the thing, is he does have a lot of finishes. A lot of his wins are finishes. But yeah, man, I'll take Royval on this one. I don't want to bet the finish, but if I were to bet, it probably will be a finish by Royval. But you never know with these 125ers. They don't really pack the same power as someone in middleweight or light heavyweight does. Next, we got Chaos Williams versus Randy Brown. And Randy Brown is super tall for that division. Can give a lot of people some problems due to that unorthodox striking and just his reach. I mean, well, actually, the reach is actually the same, but the height, 6'3". So his ability to implement that reach is going to be a little easier due to the fact that he is 6'3". Chaos Williams has some power, man. Super powerful striker. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chaos Williams. Even odds right now. I'll take Chaos Williams. Do I think he's gonna knock him out over a decision? Probably, but yeah, I think if it was Chaos Williams, I think he might get the knockout in this one. Or yeah, Chaos Williams. I like him. This one. Next, we got Cowboy versus Lozon. Wow, both these guys. OGs. You're talking about OGs in the game. These are the guys right here. These are the guys right here. Let's see. We got minus 180 plus 155. So everybody's assuming Cowboy's going to win this fight. He's been more active. He fought last year, I believe, against Alex Morono, where he got knocked out. But the fact that he is still in there, he fought little as a year ago, is probably the reason why they're putting him as a slight favorite. I believe Joe Lozon, I don't know for sure, but I think he hasn't fought since like 2019. So that's like, around 3 years he's been out, and at this age, you're taking that much time off. I see Donald Cerrone winning probably by decision, and yeah, I would take Donald Cerrone probably by decision on this one. Let's see, Shogun Hua versus St. Preux. Man, Shogun still doing the damn thing. And I wonder why these guys are fighting. They must either really love it, or you hear a lot of fighters say that the reason they got to stick around late is because that's when they start making the money, is later on in their career. So now they have no choice but to stick around. That life changing money they start getting near the end of the career can, so, but I don't know if Shogun's in that position, but he's just one of those guys who loves to fight. Um, Ovince St. Preux, I know, is this back at 205? Because he's been fighting at heavyweight, I know. Hasn't been doing too great either. Um, he's a 50-50 fighter. But I think he's going to give Shogun some problems just due to the striking, the power in this contest. He's got the reach advantage. I don't think it's going to go to the ground. But yeah, I think St. Preux should get it done, probably by KO. And I would say second round. All right. Now we're getting close to that main event. We got Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chandler. Now, they are disrespecting Tony Ferguson, man, with putting these odds plus 320. Michael Chandler minus 410. Jesus. Now, do I think Michael Chandler is going to win the fight? I do. I think he's a bad matchup for Ferguson just due to his amazing wrestling. And he's got big power punches. And Tony Ferguson's getting a little older, been out for a while. But, man, I find plus 320 is a little disrespectful, man. And you never know, man. Good value bet is Tony Ferguson just because of the fact those odds are huge. Plus 320, Jesus. Um, do I think Chandler is going to be able to finish Tony Ferguson? Now that's the real bet right there. Taking Michael Chandler, I think by decision might be a smarter bet. Plus 240 last time I checked on Betway. Cause Tony Ferguson, man, El Kakui, this guy's like a fucking zombie, dude. He just is hard to finish, dude. He just keeps moving forward, and he's only got to do it for 3 rounds. However, he's getting older. His chin's getting a little more cracked. Could Chandler get him out of there? Possibly, but Tony Ferguson's an awkward dude. He's a guy who just starts doing Imanari rolls, so he might be a tough guy to finish, So I'd take Michael Chandler. I haven't seen the over-under for this fight, but I'd assume it's going over 1.5. But who knows, man? When you see odds like this, it tells me, like, do I know something? Is Tony Ferguson injured going into this fight? Is he not training? Like, what's going on right now? Because there's something with these odds that they're not telling us. When you see Tony Ferguson at plus 320, Chandler minus 410, there's something they're not telling us. Or, there's something the public doesn't know, including myself. I don't know. Weird. Rose Namajunas, Carlos Esparza. I usually stay away from women fights. And here we go. We got the main event of the evening, and also an ice pick. So we got Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje. Current odds minus 165. Justin Gaethje plus 140. Pretty good odds for the highlight. And so let's see how I see this fight going. A lot of people think this fight doesn't go the distance. I'm probably one of those people that think this fight does not go the distance. I think this is bad matchup for Charles Oliveira, and I'm going to tell you why. Justin Gaethje is hard to take down. Yeah, we've seen Khabib take him down pretty easily, but Man, that's Khabib Nurmagomedov. Justin Gaethje has really good takedown defense. He's been wrestling his whole life, man. Hard to take down, and he's right now working with Kamaru Usman, Trevor Whitman, one of the best, smartest coaches in the game. So I'm assuming they're really going to be working on that takedown defense because Charles Oliveira will try to take you down, especially if he has a hard time on his feet. You see, his last fight with Poirier, he was having a tough time in that first round with Poirier. He got hurt pretty bad. Um, he did not want to strike with Poirier anymore, and he started taking the fight to the ground. The difference is this fight is Justin Gaethje has better takedown defense than Dustin Poirier. Now, that being said, the jiu-jitsu, on the other hand, if this fight does go to the ground, Justin Gaethje is in huge trouble. Charles Oliveira, some super slick jiu-jitsu man, like, most submissions in the UFC. Guy's amazing on the ground. But the thing is he going to be able to get it there? And I think Justin Gaethje training with Whitman and Usman, they're going to come up with that right game plan. And I think Justin Gaethje is going to get it done, and he's going to be my ice pick for this UFC. I think he's going to knock out Oliveira. I really do. I think he's going to get it done. He's got huge power, Justin Gaethje. A lot of people are counting him out. Tons of people. I don't count out Justin Gaethje. If he fights Khabib, I'll count him out. But Charles Oliveira is no Khabib Nurmagomedov. Don't get it twisted. If both these guys are not the number one or number two lightweights, just because it says they are, that doesn't mean they are. There's a guy named Islam Makhachev that crushes both of these guys. They just haven't given him the opportunity yet. But yeah, I'm going against the public, betting against most people, and I'm taking Justin Gaethje on this one. I think he's going to be able to stuff the grappling. If you guys noticed his fight with Chandler shot for a lot of takedowns on Justin, and Justin stuffed pretty much all of them except one where he got picked up but somehow slipped out the back door, ended up on top. Guy's like a cat, dude. So I think they're going to come in with the right game plan, and I think his punching power and those fucking calf kicks that he likes to throw, those leg kicks are vicious. Both guys are orthodox, so he's going to be able to land those kicks and really slow Oliveira down. But we'll see, man. This is going to be a war, absolute war. But I'm a Justin Gaethje fan, dude. I'm a big fan of the highlight, and I think he's going to get it done. And yeah, man, those are your picks for UFC 274. And if you don't like them, don't take them. If you guys like them, take them. But I know this bet will be counting towards our percentage, as Justin Gaethje is an ice pick. But and he's an underdog. But yeah, so either our percentage is going to go up or down depending on this fight. And I also gave you some other fights on this card. If you guys agree with me, take it. If not, good luck, and stay tuned.